What's up, YouTube? Arkham Asylum Gaming here, Joker. I've had some friends recently looking to get into this game right here, which would be ARK Survival Evolved. It's pretty much free, I believe, in Game Pass on Xbox. I know PlayStation offered it in the monthly games free for a while. A lot of people don't realize, though, that when you download the free version, ARK came out with multiple free maps. So that means you're not just getting the original base game, you're getting the full free content that everything ARK related came out with. We're just going to kind of jump into here. I've had some people recently ask me, they don't understand the difference between this screen right here, join ARK, host local, options, survival guide. I mean, obviously credits, survival guide, and options are kind of your normal. You got your game modes to the right and survival evolved. You pretty much want to make sure, and I believe it's defaulted to be survival evolved right off the rip. Primitive plus official, don't even bother. They haven't even, I don't even know if they've taken care of that since maybe year 1 or 2 of ARK, and we're going on 7 years of ARK here, but it's still awesome. We're getting new players. But most people don't know how to find a server, and for any new player coming into the game, I would advise learning the game most likely on a boosted server. I mean, it's great if you want to host a local server, which would be this option right here where it says host local. If you press X on this, or A or B, whatever your Xbox controller would be at the time, this is going to be all your stuff. You're obviously going to have your story arcs, which is going to be the main story mode. Now in ARK, there's not going to be a set guideline of, oh, you need to do this first and do that first and do this first. It's an open world sandbox survival, so you can kind of make the game however you want. I just noticed too, it's not really in the right order. The island, if you do the full ascension process, watch other YouTubers, all that kind of stuff. Maybe I'll get into that, maybe I won't, I'm not sure. The island's going to take you to Scorched Earth, then to Aberration, then to Extinction, on to Genesis 1 and 2. For some reason, I'm not sure why the story arcs is in that type of order that it is right now, but either way. But even if you download the free version, you're going to get the island right here at the top where we're highlighted, and you are going to get all of these custom arcs, which would be the free maps. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 free maps that you're going to be able to download and get for free. So you're going to get 7 maps right off the top of your free download. Adding these, you're looking at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 maps to play. You can transfer one character between all of these maps if you're going to play on a clustered server. A lot of people don't even know what a clustered server is. Many friends of mine have no idea. Clustered server means that they have multiple maps that you can transfer between. Maybe a server that is called Jeremiah's Jericho, whoever. You know, I'm just throwing a stupid name out there. Might have 4 of these maps that you can transfer between. Maybe they call themselves a full cluster where they have all 12 maps. You can transfer between any of them. Anything on your body in your own inventory transfers map to map to map. And we're going to get into how to transfer and what's on you and how to maybe even upload into, if you notice in the top right corner, there's a giant statue, a giant pillar, we'll say, that says the island. Just underneath that, that is what's called an obelisk. You can go there. That's where you transfer maps. You can upload resources. There's a lot kind of to do with that. Upload dinos. We're going to get into a little bit of that hopefully as well. But a lot of people have no idea, and they just see these few screens and they go, wow, this is way too much for me. But right now we're just going to focus on back here, finding a server, which I would suggest join a Facebook group, join a Twitter group, anything, any call out in YouTube, anything you can find. Say what you're looking for. I'm new to the game. I would like a server. I don't, you might even know what a boosted server is right now, which just means that versus you picking up one rock on the beach, you might pick up that same rock and pick up 10 in your inventory versus 20 or 30 or 50 or 1, such as an official type of setting. But when you do kind of figure that portion out, you're going to want to go right here to join ARK. When you're going to join an ARK, up here at the top, obviously your first bet is you're going to be looking right in the middle where it says it's searching for sessions. This can take a couple of minutes, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a whole minute, but you can see in the bottom right corner that number is climbing. 10,491 owned servers. That is also, though, because if I come all the way down to the bottom left corner, I am set right now to unofficial PC sessions, which means that everybody on this filter that I'm on right now, they own their own server. They pay a monthly rate to G-Portal or Nitrado. I don't know if there's any other ones out there, but that's who they will pay their money to. It could be by the number of players. If you can see the players column there, how many players they have, by the map, by, basically every little thing is kind of, the parameters are kind of set by Nitrado and G-Portal, and they can set their own settings versus you playing original official settings or boosting it by 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times, doesn't matter. In this bottom left corner, if you're searching for somebody that owns a server, you want to be on this unofficial PC sessions. Doesn't mean you're playing on a PC, it just means that a PC is kind of hosting this. Obviously, G-Portal and Nitrado have massive servers that they are hosting. They're all going to be ran by a PC of some kind. Doesn't matter what it is. Official dedicated ARKs is going to be something that is ran by Wildcard specifically. If you're getting into the game, playing official is kind of a pain. It's been around for 7 years. Obviously, right now, Wildcard hasn't done their part to, I guess, police these specific ARKs. Each map would be considered an ARK. There's just structures everywhere. They don't have anybody to go through and wipe these maps. They don't wipe them out. It's just everything. Once you build it one time, it's there forever and ever and ever. Unofficial PC sessions, such as what I have been a part of and was admin for a very, very long time. I will give a call out to Majestic Dragon's server here, where I've met numerous and many lifelong friends just from that server. This is where I found that particular group and that community would be on unofficial PC sessions. Once you highlight that, you're going to want to go all the way back up to the top, the name filter. If you have a specific server that you're going to search for, this is where you want to search that specific name. Maybe they have something specific like a map, so you would just scroll over here to the right. Is it all maps? Is it a certain game mode that you're looking for being right one more time? All modes, that's fine. Maybe the particular name of the server you were offering for or looking for is PvP or PvE. When I first started this game, if I click X on my PS5 here, all modes is selected, but PvP, I had no idea what PvP meant. Player versus player. PvE being player versus environment. PvP should really just always be kind of PvP VE, and you'll see some servers will say that. That's just player versus environment, which means it's PvE with PvP, meaning you can be shot on sight, you can be killed by other players. It's a survival game that's going to happen. Do not be attached to your stuff in ARK, because if you're going to play PvP, you are going to lose stuff. Maybe it's day 1, maybe it's day 10, maybe you've been 150 days and you have the alpha tribe of said server just raiding you hardcore and they have everything under the sun. You stand no chance. You're going to lose it, so don't be attached to it. Learning the game, I would start PvE always, just to kind of get your bearings about you. it's boosted, cool. Like I said, that just basically means if you pick a bush, you're going to get more berries off it. You're going to pick up a rock, you're going to get more than one rock. You're going to get 10 rocks, 20 rocks, 30 rocks. Hitting a tree, right down to everything you need, from killing a dinosaur to punching the first tree you ever hit. Now I'm just going to give a little kind of tag shout out here to a couple friends of ours. We have some friends that started a server called Helheim. This is how I would search for Helheim. Hitting the R2 button after typing Helheim, bam, there we go. We have all of these. We have, and you can see in the second column, or the first column over, or second column, you got Scorched Earth, Aberration, Ragnarok. This is going to refer to every map that you're looking for. All still under that Helheim name, which is going to be on that far left. You can notice in the parentheses there, they have PvE written down as well. Now, you can see right here, they do have a PvP cluster as well. Awesome, they made Aberration a PvP map. But if you scroll down, you can always see right here, there is a PvE Aberration map as well. They have added a lot of maps since the last time I have frequented this server. You can always, you know, kind of favorite it. That's why there's little stars on there. If you play a server a certain number of times, it's going to put a little star next to it. They know you play it a lot. I also have another friend of ours from the Majestic Dragons that started Arcadian Angels. Alright, there it is right here at the top. Yeah, this Angels is enough. Oh, they might have taken theirs down here. I did not believe that they would, but as of just a couple of days ago, it was still up. And if you ever search something, and after you've, you know, put in one search, you can always go down to the bottom here. I'm highlighted around join last paid session. Go over to refresh. Push X as far as ps5 will go. Let it refresh. See what's going on. I'm sure there's other servers under the name Acadian. Maybe not. I'll have to check with the owner of that server and see if they just recently took it down, or maybe they're doing a revamp of the server. Either way, you guys kind of got the idea from Helheim. What I'm going to do here, though, is I am going to go back to the Helheim server, just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like when you first join a server. The original base game of ARK Survival Evolved was released with one map, and that would be right here in the center, the island. Playing for the first time, maybe that's kind of where you want to go. It's got the least, I don't want to necessarily say the least to it, but as far as the new stuff, the extra stuff, ARK has been going for 7 years right now. There's new dinos, there's different resources. They've added a ton to the game since day one. I didn't even discover this game until it was out for about 2.5 years, and then I never looked back after finding this game. But I would say just press your X button on the island, and you can always go down. For us on PS5, might be different for Xbox. You're just going to push, I guess what we'd say, the option button. But it never hurts just to go down here to the very bottom and hit join. Of course, it's going to be a minute for load up. Load up on a PS4, Xbox One, probably even the Switch as well. I know Switch has just recently got their own servers as well, which is great for them. It's going to be a little slower than probably what the PS5 is going to run. Now, normally, I did forget that I have checked this out before. Normally, it will take you to a character screen. You're going to want to name in the far right corner, you're going to want to name your character something, and it will let you choose your spawn point on the map. My map is open by default right now, and you can see where I spawned. You can spawn in the north of that map, the east, west, south, doesn't make a difference where. And it will actually put in parentheses easy, medium, and hard, so you kind of have an idea. If you're going to play on a server, though, the first thing that I would tell you to do is push your square, right side of your controller, square on PS5, whatever it's going to be, on Xbox, and I'm sorry, on PS5 it's going to be your circle button. It's going to open you to this screen right here. And it's going to show you your inventory here. Your right bumper or your R1 button is going to take you to your crafting. A lot of people don't realize that right here it's showing you a stone pick. There's a description of the stone pick, and on the right side of that box that appears is your crafting requirements. Stone, thatch, and wood in that order. It tells you exactly how much you need for it. Sometimes you're not exactly sure how to get those things, but it's at least going to tell you and explain this is what you need to make that particular item. You hit right bumper or R1 again, you're going to be right back to your inventory. Use your D-pad, your analog stick on the left to navigate up. First thing I would do is go right up here to this top. A lot of people forget that there's this top area, very small icons, with the people directly in the middle. There's 3 people on there. Tribe manager, it says. Open that up. Just click on it one time. It's going to show name your new tribe. This is super important to any server that you join. Any admin of the server, even moderators sometimes have the permission, or the owners. If you need help or you have done something very, very wrong, or something very, very wrong happened to you, they need to know your tribe name. So, name yourself. It's automatically going to be defaulted to your character name. Tribe of Joker is not who I am. It never has been. The name of this channel came from our very first tribe name, Arkham Asylum. And excuse me for the slowness. I am still just doing this via controller right now. I don't feel like hooking a keyboard up. Arkham Asylum. Always, no matter what, ARK, like I said, name for this channel came from our first ARK tribe, Arkham Asylum. Once you press X on it, it's going to show you your tribe log on the far right over there. It'll show you anything that really happens to you. And as far as a PvE map, it's a little more important on a PvP map, and maybe I'll get into that and do some PvP streams or live streams, or just join a PvP server just for a little while, just to show you guys kind of how it is. It can be honestly, it can be a royal pain in the ass, and it can be a lot of fun too. So for now, just hit your circle button, and you're out. You're on your own. You're looking around, but you still have no idea what to do. So, for right now, I'm going to just let you know that your top button, being triangle PS5, don't remember on Xbox. I apologize for that. Bam. 5 stone. Stare at the rock. Okay. Looks like I got some stone. That's great. Where is it? Push that circle button again. You can see right here. I have 15 stone in my inventory. These are automatically going to be defaulted to you. Once you make a spear, you can apply that. It's basically a skin, just like in Fortnite. You can apply it to something. I'll show you guys how to do that at some point. A skin for your very first parasaur, your very first raptor, your axe, and of course your spear that I was on before. Nothing super important in that. I'm not going to get into the middle portion of the screen in this video. Those are going to be your levels. But let's just walk over. We just picked up 5 stones. 5 stones. 5 more. 5 more. 5 more. Just by pushing triangle. Trying to figure it out here. Okay, we know, oh, there's something falling in the sky. Let's go over there. This is going to be a supply drop. They're going to be set at random by server, and they will have something in it. It says right there, requires survival level 3 to open. We cannot open that. We are not a level 3. But guess what? If you were to hit circle, go back in here to that middle portion of the screen and see where your, just call them attribute points are. You have 5 points. Every time you put a point into one of these, we're just going to go health. We're going to go down one more. Stamina. And let's go all the way down here to melee damage. Put one in there. I got more, but if you notice, right in the middle at the top, my level is going up. It says right there, Joker, level 4. Now I'm a level 3. Still got 2 more, but let's back out for a minute. Bam, now I can access the inventory by pushing triangle. Make sure you read the top. All the way at the top, it'll say L1, take all items. L2 to drop. Got your options, your scroll, your select, and your back, all the way at the top. So I'm just going to hit L1 for now and take what I got. Really, the only thing in there was this saddle for Fiomia. So nothing super good there. But we know how to pick up racks. Same thing. This is a very sandbox game. You see something, pick it up. We know the action button is now triangle. Look at the bush. Push triangle. Look at that. You're reaching, you're grabbing. On the far left screen, you can see we are adding stuff to our inventory every time. Circle. Open inventory. Look at all the stuff in our inventory now. Honestly, this stuff is going to drive me nuts, so I am going to just push L2 is what it's telling me. We're going to drop it, drop it, drop it, and drop it, so you can see exactly what I just picked up. Fiber, we got a berry, different berry, different berry, different berry, stone. And of course we got the supply drop for a saddle. That's great. Again, opening up that inventory though, we want to craft. We want to hit that R1. Or your right bumper, get to that crafting menu. This is the stuff we really need here. It's telling me I need thatch and wood. Well, I'm not sure about you guys, but I know I would get wood from a tree. Triangle's not working. R1, right bumper's not working, so how about the trigger? What happens when you do that? Oh, we're punching. And oh, look at that. After 3 punches, we're getting some thatch. Keep doing it. Let's see what happens. How much can we do it? Only thatch. It's alright though. We got something out of the deal, so now we know how to get some thatch. Look at that. Inventory back open. 200 thatch. Back over. Right bumper. Still looking for that wood. So there's not going to be... Is there any wood on the ground, anything like that? Maybe we just punch another tree. Maybe we just didn't get it. Oh, look at that. A couple more punches. Wood in the inventory. Back open with that circle button. Right bumper or R1. Look at that. Stuff in our inventory. We have everything as far as crafting requirements. Pay attention to the top of the screen. Craft 1 on the far left or upper left side. R2. Craft all 20 for triangle and craft 5 for square. Don't need to craft any more than 1 really. R2, pull that trigger, craft in 1. This is basically going to be your basic start up for anything that you're going to be doing in ARK. It's all literally going to start with this pick in your hand, the first thing you're going to be able to craft. Going to need that pick because there's a torch. For some reason they're showing 2 torches and 2 picks, but hey, what is it? You want that hatchet. It's going to get you the wood probably faster. Campfire, going to need the wood, going to need that type of stuff. Look, you're going to need flint, you're going to need stone, thatch, and wood, but what is flint? Well, the best thing for you to do is to just kind of start to craft stuff. There's also a hot bar in the very bottom. If you open your inventory and you click on this pick, just one time, you want to use that pick, right? So of course you're going to naturally click on it, but You need it in that hotbar at the bottom. Click it one time, bring it down to the bottom just by D-pad, your analog stick, anything like that. Put it in there. And we notice on a ps5 it shows you left on the D-pad, up on the D-pad, right on the D-pad, down on the D-pad, square. The only thing it doesn't tell you is that to access the square, the triangle, the circle, the X, it does make you hold the left bumper, and you can see as I click it, the highlighted area go around it. But if I hold and push square, the L1 or left bumper, I can access these ones now. Once you get used to it, it's pretty quick, but now that is in my left D-pad hotbar. So now I can use this. Do I hit a tree? Oh, look at that. Stuff's coming down a little quicker. But a pick, we all know, usually goes for some stone. Let's find a stone. It's a giant turtle. We're looking at all kinds of animals right now. Big rock. Pick. Look at that. Pick's gonna get me flint. Try to run away, which is just gonna be left analog stick, click down as you're moving. Pretty standard on most games. Circle to open inventory. Look at all the stuff now highlighted. It's not black, it is highlighted in gray. Just by getting those few resources, I can now craft all of these with my hands with nothing else necessary. Eventually it's going to be further than that, but we will get into that on a different date. So let's just do the basics real quick. Hatchet, got enough for a campfire, enough for a torch. We'll just stick with that for right now. Circle to back out, or whatever it might be on your particular console. Most controllers are pretty much the same anymore. Circle, opening our inventory back up. Got my campfire. Got to know how to put it down. Most of your action buttons are always going to be that right trigger, R2, or your, I don't know, whatever right bumper, lower bumper is going to be on your Xbox. As soon as I click it, I see it's highlighted. I can move it wherever I want. Hit that trigger again, and it is placed down. And there we go. We have our first campfire built. And as soon as you walk up to it, it'll tell you how to access the inventory. Triangle. Well, obviously it's just going to ask you, I mean, what else would you burn on a campfire? Wood. One click on that. A quick movement over here. And another movement. As long as that thing is highlighted, as soon as you click on it once, it's highlighted. I can move it back to my inventory. Go back over, click it again. Back. Pretty good, pretty easy. But if you notice, there is quick movements up there on the top. On the top left it says take all items, L1. One click, it's all the way over there. Again, back on top of it. I can tell you that double pressing X will send one over there at a time. And there we go, we just lit the fire. I'm just going to double tap X on it a few times, just put it all in there. And then right here in the center, it will say put out fire, light fire. But once you put some wood in there, of course it's going to be a quick command for that as well. Light fire, put out fire. Pretty simple. Most people just don't understand. You just have to pick up some rocks, punch a couple of trees, and you will be on your way in no time. So I will get into this a little further next time. This video is already long enough as it is, and nobody else wants to hear me talk. So for now, we will see you next time at Arkham Asylum Gaming. I hope these servers that I just mentioned and called out appreciate the quick little tag in our video, and we will see you guys here very soon. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hopefully we'll get some more content pushed to you guys here real shortly. Thanks, guys.